We're moving on from last week and some help from Elon Musk. That might be the continuation that we want. So Bitcoin can push past $50,000. And now that we saw Bitcoin hit that $40,000 resistance that I talked about last week, let's talk about now what's next for Bitcoin and even altcoins for this week. And we're live here with your host, John, @RealJohnDoe to follow me. Looks like we're right on track for Bitcoin right now and the rest of the crypto market to push up towards that major resistance level. And then we can see Bitcoin officially continuing an uptrend here in 2022. Finally, maybe even test that all-time high range in that $60,000 range. And I want to show you exactly what I'm looking at right now on the chart. But first, I need a few things from you as usual. As usual, first things first, this is the main page of our channel. On YouTube, we're at 27.2K subscribers, hopefully getting to 30K soon. We need you guys, if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and hit that thumbs up button. My Twitter as well, you can find it, just search @RealJohnDoe. Follow me there as well. First thing, let's talk about Bitcoin now. What's been happening for Bitcoin this past week? First thing here, profit taking and Bitcoin consolidation is giving bears a little bit of an opportunity right now to take control of the market, which I'll dive in later when we look at the chart and show you exactly what happened in this past day. Intel launches a new Bitcoin mining chip. That's big for Bitcoin miners. We also have here Bitcoin starts 2022 all over again. And by that means Bitcoin is right back towards the 2022 yearly open level. Currently, the market cap of all cryptos is 2.1 trillion. And Bitcoin dominance is at about 40%, which has dropped in the past 7 days, just a little bit here. But if we do look over the past 3 months since around the beginning of 2022, Bitcoin dominance has been mostly moving sideways. Now, in terms of the trader sentiment currently for Bitcoin, it does show on Currency.com 74% buyers, 26% sellers, price pushing up towards resistance after testing those lows that we just had yesterday, which brought Bitcoin down towards that $45,000 range. Now, if we talk about Bitcoin's chart, what's things looking like right now? So last week we were looking at around these levels here. And what we wanted to happen was this third test of this resistance to break. So this was the first test, the second test, and then right here, we did have the third test and it did break out, flipping this resistance level right around here. Now is a support. So we should see Bitcoin continue moving sideways, but the range will get tighter. So if you look, we have here the low of this range down towards this range right here at about 45,000, and then the high at about 48,000. So what we want for Bitcoin to happen here on this daily chart is to continue some consolidation here and build a nice strong support, and then start testing resistance to push above 48,000 and test $50,000 later on in April. What we don't want to happen though is a break of 45,000. And let's say that does happen. What's that going to look like? If we do get a break of 45,000 in terms of the downside for Bitcoin, let's say we do test 48 once again and have a rejection, we break 45,000. That means a lower low. Then we could look at Bitcoin trying to break once again 48,000. If not, come back down towards support. And then we could see Bitcoin head down towards this $40,000 range as the lows for April. So right now, currently, what I'm looking at for lows for April, like I just said, down towards $45,000 to $44,000. And then the next level on the downside after that is down towards 40 to 42,000. But let's say Bitcoin does breach this $48,000 resistance level. We have that right here. We did test it here right at the beginning of April. We can break that into that resistance, flip into a support. Then I'm looking at 50,000 to 52,000 as that nice level to aim for as that next major resistance level for April. And if we do look back here, back in December back in December, end of 2021, you can see that $50,000, 52,000 was a major level to watch for. So we most likely, if we do test that level, we can expect either some type of rejection at that level, or maybe even better would be a huge breakout to push Bitcoin up towards $55,000 to $58,000. But before I start looking at that, I'm taking things on level by level currently right now. And if you zoom out a bit, as you can see, we do need to watch this week for at least $50,000 to break for Bitcoin to continue this momentum upwards towards 60,000. And we had something already interesting happening now that Bitcoin is starting to rise. Elon Musk announced that he has a huge stake in Twitter. That did add to the benefit of Bitcoin going up, but it also added to another coin that I do talk about often on this channel. That's Dogecoin. So we have Dogecoin hitting a new 2-month high and Bitcoin also pushing to new highs. Thank you, Elon Musk. Maybe. And to read further about that, Dogecoin did spike 10% after news of Musk's $3 billion stake in Twitter. If you think back to last year, it was around this time when Elon started getting more involved in crypto, tweeting about Dogecoin, and then we've seen Dogecoin skyrocket in the end of April and then take that huge dive in May. So maybe just now, Elon Musk might be back in town with the Dogecoin boys, and maybe we just might talk about it more here on the channel so you guys can be taking part of this volatility, because if Dogecoin is moving 10% again in a day, then it just might be time as the price does find a bottom pushing to new highs. Not new highs in terms of like $1, but I mean new highs of the year. So currently, look at this, 15 cents for Dogecoin. That is quite the dive from where people were looking at it last year. Let's look at this yearly chart. If we look back to last April, about a year ago, actually, exactly a year ago was almost when it peaked. Dogecoin was at about 70 cents. Now we're at about 12 cents. So that's not very good. But this does show a nice bottom range to enter. And if you did sell back here, sorry for that. But if you were patient and waiting, then I think we're getting at that nice buy to dip level for long-term holding for Dogecoin. So if you're aiming at $1 at this level, then you have a pretty great risk reward. In terms of downside, it can only go, what, maybe 5 cents. That would be another low. But the upside right now for Dogecoin does show much more potential. Let's look at it on the Currency.com and look at that chart. And here on Currency.com, I think the traders are agreeing. We got 89% buyers, 11% sellers, price pushing at 15 cents on here. Let's look at the chart now. Okay, so I know this chart does look pretty bad for Dogecoin, but it's actually a really good thing because look at that risk reward you got right now. So let's say you were to enter Dogecoin right now and your stop loss or your exit point is pushing towards 10 cents. So that's about a 30% risk. But to the upside, even to get up towards that a decent range from last year would be about 133%. So the risk reward is much better towards the upside for Dogecoin versus last time when price was up at about 50 cents or higher, 70 cents, and people were rushing in to buy. This is the times where I tell people, if you're looking to buy something, you need to watch for the market cycle. We had that run up, correction, and then continue to distribute downwards. And then this accumulation phase right here is where buyers started stepping in. And we could even test those lows once again towards 10 cents. But this does give a much better risk reward for Dogecoin in terms of upside potential. Now for this next week, I'm going to keep my eyes on this because we could see that break or at least that test of 20 cents for Dogecoin. From this current level right now, that gives about a 25% run. We've seen Dogecoin just run 10% in one day. And if you look back here, all the way back to last year, look at this, Dogecoin ran what? In just a few weeks or days even, Dogecoin went up about 1,100%. I don't expect that to happen this time around, but we could see Dogecoin have at least a nice, decent run up if Elon starts talking about it more and something bullish comes along for Dogecoin again. We can see the price test first, this 30-cent range. That's a major level that I'll want to keep my eyes on if I am looking to buy Dogecoin. And then after that would be around 50 cents. But I'm not looking at this all-time high range anytime soon unless something changes within the crypto markets. But don't worry, if something changes, you know we got you covered right here on the channel. I talk about everything. We got Ethereum, Bitcoin, SHIB, Mana, Chainlink, Solana, much more. Make sure you're subscribed and I'll keep you caught up. Well, that's it for this week's weekly analysis looking at Bitcoin and the rest of crypto. Next time you're back, maybe Bitcoin will be over $50,000. Who knows? If it does touch, I'm keeping you guys updated right here on the channel. So make sure you are subscribed. We got much more content coming. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.